Hey, you're live. Isn't that nice? So, enough of that goofy. What did I say? Not having a great day. But, I did want to say a couple of things about this meaning of life thing. Because, I don't know how anyone else thinks. I just know how I think and how I've always, processed things. And it occurred, well, maybe I'm just a little nutty, but once I broke it down in a mental experiment to, I don't want to say this. It's not going to make any sense now. Okay. You're not going to stop me. Yeah. When you break it down to two people in a field, and when you take away the electricity and you take away the motor cars and you take forget all the other stuff. I tell people, you take away electricity and the internal combustion engine, and we are living in the times of Jesus, right? And that's a fact, right? Because none of what we're doing right now, and probably 80 to 90% of the stuff that's going on in your mind would exist if those two things weren't here on this place, okay? Now, I'm not going to talk about any other religion or any other science fiction or any other for the next few minutes. I just want anybody to think about this, okay? Because I'm not feeling great, and if I have to go, then I want people to know. Because I think it's really important. I know it's important. It's that, forget about those two things. Forget about everything you've ever heard. Forget about what you and I have done in the past together, right? Forget about all of that, right? I'm just a person, right? You're just a person. We meet in a field. How are we going to treat one another in that field, right? What are we going to talk about? We're going to either talk about what we might do together. I mean, at the simplest of levels, no judging at all, because you can't judge, because you're not thinking about any of the garbage that is in your mind from these little electronic things here, right? And everything everybody's ever blah blah in your face. So, I've been thinking about doing this for a long time, and there's a few more things that I'm working on, but I want to go through this really quick one time. Then I got to go barbecue and try to barbecue. Good for the day. It's always good to celebrate with people you love. I don't care about any other stuff. And that's the thing I'm trying to get across. And I think that's one of the reasons why it came so strongly to me today, is that it doesn't matter why you're doing something. It doesn't matter what you're doing. It matters why you're doing it. What are your motives for whatever it is that you do, right? And back in the field, when you and I are standing there looking at one another, right, we're either going to be kind to each other, or one of us will not, or whatever will happen, or whatever. But that's all that's really happening. There was no World War II. There is no all of that other stuff, because it's gone. Learn from it and let it go, because it's mush. And 95% of it is manipulated in such a way that there's no truth in any of it. Just take a taste of something if you want. And look who's talking, man, because I've taken in more information than any human ever should. I'm telling you. That's sad, man. 20 years of looking at that screen. all that stuff. Other worlds. Yeah, it's a show. But it's life, it's the things you learn and where you go. And in the end, it's just two people in a field, okay? Back into that, okay? So as far as I can tell, the best way to play this game, if that's what you want to call life, it's like a dream, which is basically what it is. The best way, there are people that aren't going to like any of what I'm saying now. The best way it keeps jumbling in my brain, the damn things. The best way to approach it when you start is, once you figure out you're a human being, start looking at the behavior of other people, see what are good things, see what are bad things, and you move forward. You have people that'll come into your life at certain times, and you'll learn from them, and then they'll move to another part of whatever. Or they stay with you your whole life. It doesn't matter. But throughout the whole thing, you're taking little chunks of, oh, I like what that person's doing, or, oh, I didn't like when that happened to these people, and and here's the thing I'm going to tell you, because none of that stuff happened to us, right? One day we were just here, and this morning when you open your eyes, you were just here, right? You just got here. You were nowhere else. You were here, but you just got here. You understand? You just got here this morning. There's nothing else going on that matters. You just got here this morning. That's it. What do you got to do today? That's it. But last week, what about it? There were movies made in the 1915s, right? And there were memories I've made in the 1970s. And neither one of those can be changed. If I don't learn from it and move forward, then there's going to be a serious problem. And the serious problem is what my life was. Living in that drama, man. It's like a drama soup. And then, you grow your hair long to be, I'm a rebel, cool guy. And then the next thing you know, I'm not cutting my hair, but whatever. And this is occupying my mind, these things, like any other human, And today I think to myself, somewhere there's a kid that has nothing to eat. And I'm thinking about my hair. Or somewhere there's a kid being treated very badly, and I'm watching a rock concert. Or somewhere somebody needs a ride, and I'm sitting here. Or I'm doing this, and I'm doing that. See, I think the thing I'm trying to get to more than anything is, what are we doing? I mean, what is anybody doing? Anyway, back to the other thing. You take little pieces. I got a little distracted. You take little pieces from the people and things where you are and how they are, and you learn pieces from here and there, and you move forward. And that's the personality that I think you become. That's the human that you become. Or that's the human you think you become. Because that's not who you are. You're just yourself. You're just who you are right now watching this. That's all you are. All those other things, they're gone. Never coming back. Anyway, I can't harp on that more, because that's what drug me down so much. But you take pieces off of these different individuals and the way they live their lives until you can form what you think's the best, being the best person you can be. Right? Like the Tommy jerseys I wear. Tommy. There's a bunch of reasons, but I'm not going into that right now. But who's the best choice as a role model, And that's what you're building when you're taking these pieces, your own personal role model, what you aspire to be, what you wished, And, well, this is me, maybe not everybody, but as you see things, when I was more egocentric, I would see things and I got to go get that, and I see that, I got to go get that, and whatever. But what better candidate for that position than Jesus? And what did he ever do to you? What did he ever do to you personally that make you dislike him? Because I don't think he did anything to you. And let's not go back to that thing about where I don't even know if he existed. Oh, okay. Keep buying that one. I fear for people that I care about. And that's my only reason for the insanity most of the time. But my biggest fear is for me, of course, because of all the terrible things I've done. I mean, terrible things. It'll be okay. But it's okay. It's just fine. I just have to do better. It's all about doing better every day, right? I got to go to work. I did it all too. And because I didn't think of any of these things because I was busy doing all of that. Right? Go sit in a room with nothing on, no TV, no radio, no nothing. Just sit in a room for 20 minutes and try to think about what I'm telling you here. Just try to think about it. When you got up this morning, right? And who did you speak to today? What did you talk about? What did you achieve today? You don't have to do it that way, but it's kind of what I do now. It works because you try to set limits. I try to set limits for the day. Some days it's harder. But I just wanted to get that out there, I think. Why not Jesus? What did he do to you? Really? What did he do to you? Oh, I don't like to hear that name. Okay. There's a reason for that. Oh. If you go look, you'll find out what I found out. But you gotta look. And if you don't look for him, I love you. And don't not do it. It's kind of really important to me. Anyway, I love you. All of you.